Okay, guys, I have this really funny story to tell you all. This happened like a while ago, but boy, was it going to live in my head. Okay, so I was at a friend's house, out of state, like by Washington, D.C., and basically we were playing some video games, like CSGO, Call of Duty, but not Overwatch 2. That's just pure garbage. But that's not what I'm here to tell you about. I'm telling you about the silly, funny man who happened to be a government agent. And basically, he ran out into the streets yelling, "The government! The government! They are the reason the world will end!" Because of what that strange U.S. agent man said, a bunch of crowd scattered around him to listen to what he had to say, including me, your truest darling. So basically, he began to state, "The U.S. government made the earthquake in San Francisco in 1960 happen. They were the reason that the birds attacked a small town that Alfred Hitchcock happened to document. And they were the reason that the snakes were kicked out of Ireland so they could cause the potato famine. And worst of all, they flew the airplanes into the flowers. All so they could get oil in order to fund their super project to get rid of Lenny Bruce's brain that feels fear and replace it with a brain that they will instill into their super soldiers in order to cause the eye of a hurricane to turn everyone out." So the whole crowd stood there in total confusion, wondering what this man said, until a very high-ranked politician yelled, "Everyone, he's singing the modified version to the hit song, 'It's the End of the World as We Know It.'" The whole crowd bleamed up in with excitement, because they haven't heard that song since the 80s, and COVID. But of course, the strange government agent man decided to say, "Don't listen to that politician! Here's a part of the group that makes the world serve them, and is the reason that we have mid-starved your own needs. Yes, to speed it up to notch, we're gonna have to grunt, no strength. The ladder is just starting to clatter. I'm afraid that we will all fall down, and the fire will swoon us over." Then the Pope, for some reason, showed up at that spot in particular and said, "Oh, so he's reading a verse from the Bible." As a person who read the Bible, that is not a verse from the Bible. I can't believe the Pope got that wrong. Only for the government agent to whip back at the Pope and yell, "Don't listen to that man! He has sold himself to the 7 games, which represent the 7 deadly sins. Also the 7 games are the Hunger Games. But let's not forget that the government is for hire by the combat site. And let's not forget the furries with the hurries breathing down our necks." CNN showed up and said, "Don't listen to this man. Listen to us, the news organization that lies to you constantly." And that strange government agent man yelled at the reporters, "Oh, look, it's a team by team reporters who are trumped, baffled, and cropped as to really rule the earth. They're the reason the planes flew too low into that damn tower." While that was happening, a bunch of strange red dots were appearing on him as he kept dancing to get them off of him. Pretty funny. But anyways, he continued to talk and say, "They are the reason we have an overflow of population. The common group that will save us is dead because they served their own needs and let their own hearts bleed. Tell me when the rapture is coming, because the vinyl, the patriarch, and the slam will fight bright lights and feel psyched." Suddenly, a bunch of world leaders, like our president, like the king, and a bunch of dictators, even a few minor people, mostly just losers who got power because of their family connections, they all showed up and said, "We shouldn't listen to this guy, for he is an evil wizard that corrupts the minds of the youth with rock and roll." Then the strange government agent yelled out loud, "These are the people who are responsible for 6 o'clock TV hours, and we are caught in foreign towers where we are hatched, burn, and return to listen to ourselves turn. They will lock me in a uniform. They will burn my books. There will be bloodletting every motive I have escalated. The automotives will incarcerate. Just light a candle. Light a motion. Step down. Just step down. You can watch as your heel gets crushed. Oh, there's no fear, just a cavalier, a renegade, so steer clear. A torment, a torment, a torment. All they give us is lies. Offer me some solutions. I won't take them from them. I just decline. For some weird reason, a bunch of men in black suits showed up and arrested him. The only reason they gave out is he's an evil wizard who is corrupting the youth with rock and roll, which we already know at that point. While he was being dragged away into a black van, which the words, totally not a shadow government torture mobile, written on it, he began crying and screaming, "It's the end of the world! It's the end of the world, you're doomed! Why do you feel fine? It's the end of the world, why do you feel fine?" After that, those kind men in black suits said, "Vacation to Guantanamo." Very nice of them to give him a relaxing day for once. I mean, who knows what kind of stress he was dealing with lately. But yeah, that's my pretty funny story. Plus, I got a pretty cool streak on counter... who's there? Oh, it's those nice men in black suits. What are you here for?